Hello, my name is Rudy Rensel, and this is a sermon I delivered at the Vine Church of Petaluma on May 14th, 2017, called "The Church as a Nurturing, Caring Mother." Today, the second Sunday of May, we celebrate the tradition of observing Mother's Day, a tradition promulgated by an act of Congress and proclaimed by the President to recognize mothers, maternal bonds, and all the contributions they make to our society. Woodrow Wilson's first proclamation of Mother's Day in 1914 described it as a public expression of love and reverence for all the mothers of our country. Ann Jarvis began the effort to establish Mother's Day upon the death of her mother, Ann Reeves Jarvis, on May 9, 1905. She bore 13 children, but only 4, including Anna, reached adulthood. The rest died of childhood diseases. Ann organized Mother's Day work clubs to improve health and sanitary conditions. They raised money, bought medicine, and hired women to care for children when mothers faced health issues such as tuberculosis. They developed programs to inspect milk. They visited homes and educated mothers about improving health and sanitation. When the Civil War broke out, they clothed, fed, and nursed soldiers from both sides. After the war, they planned Mother's Friendship Day to help families divided by the war to reunite, and later became a popular speaker and lectured on many topics, including great mothers of the Bible. Mother's Day celebration has spread around the world, though sometimes held on different days and with different traditions and customs. However, today I want to reflect on a much older tradition within the church, somewhat lost today, of understanding the church as our mother, or like a mother, or as I put it in the title of this sermon, as a nurturing, caring mother. I will explain this concept since you might not be familiar with it. Cyprian, a prominent bishop in the early church who lived between 200 and 258 AD, and who became Bishop of Carthage in North Africa in 249, wrote a famous book, The Unity of the Church. He was concerned about the visions within the church and wrote about the church as our mother in an effort to promote unity. About the church as our mother, he wrote, "By her womb we are born. By her milk we are nourished. By her spirit we are animated." Later on he wrote, "He can no longer have God for his father who has not the church for his mother." Many in the church later quoted these writings to support the concept of the church as mother. The Reformers accepted this understanding of the church. Martin Luther simply wrote, "The Christian church is your mother, who gives birth to you and bears you through the word." Later on, John Calvin elaborated on this in his Institute. "For there is no other way to enter into life unless this mother conceives us in her womb, gives us birth, nourishes us at her breast, and lastly, unless she keeps us under her care and guidance, until, putting off mortal flesh, we become like the angels. Our weakness does not allow us to be dismissed from her school until we have been pupils all our lives." More recently, in a May 2015 article in CT Woman, Tish Harrison Warren, an Anglican priest and InterVarsity worker, writes in an article called "The Church is Your Mom," "The historic symbol of the church as mother is replete, dare I say pregnant, with meaning. We receive the gospel through the church just as we receive life through our mother. In many traditions, words and sacraments are said to nourish and feed us just as mothers nourish infants through their very bodies. And extending the Pauline metaphor, the church is historically addressed as the bride mother, through which the Spirit bears life to all the world. A French hymn proclaims, "Now Christ, the model of what all may be, has taken church, our mother, for his bride. His love is she." She goes on to say, this maternal symbolism affirms the significance of motherhood and the vital role of moms. Throughout church history, when thinkers, teachers, and saints looked around for a symbol of the church, something that told us of what was essential, life-giving, glorious, nourishing, vital, and indispensable, they looked to moms and motherhood. Understanding the church as mother offsets the male-dominated image so many have of the church and at times complain about. If the church focused on how to be a nurturing, caring mother, it seems concerns about male leadership would lessen. However, men seem to possess a disadvantage at understanding how the church can be a good mother, since they have no experience of motherhood, and by nature and creation cannot have any such experience. Only women truly know the experience of being mothers and fully understanding what it takes to be a good mother. It's built into women, though many learn from their mothers or by observing their mothers. It makes me glad we have women who serve in our church leadership. It leaves us with the question, what can we do for our church to be a good mother? What should our church do so those who attend feel the love of a mother when they are here or when they associate with our church? I don't have the answer for now, but I think if we start thinking of the church as mother, and if we ask these sorts of questions, we may be able to better serve those who attend our church and those God will bring to our church. I want to leave you with some images of mothers and their children painted by one of the world's great artists, Pierre Renoir. And I'll let you look at these for a minute or two. This is where we closed and prayed and then opened it up for questions and discussions. Thank you so much for listening, and please check out some of the other videos I have up at YouTube. God bless.